Hey there, Teresa with Painted Relaxations coming to you guys today. Making it for our missed Friday live. I am sorry I didn't feel good, guys. I had to change medications again, and I'm getting used to that. Getting used to it just kind of throws me for a loop sometimes. So I am doing better today. Let's get everything rolling here. Um, How is your Monday going so far, guys? How's it been? It is Monday, right? Summertime hits, and I no longer have to take Connor to school every day. So I'm kind of sitting here going, what day is it? What are we doing today? But today we have some fun stuff. Um, Let me check and make sure video is up and running good. Um, okay, shows I'm live. Perfect. There it is. All right. Turn my volume down there, and I'm going to see if I can see any comments. So when you guys come in, let me know you're watching. Give me a shout out as to how your Monday is going, what's going on with your summer so far, and hey, what are the messages you're sending yourself today? You know, it is Monday. And Monday is kind of one of those days where we always say, oh, I'll start that on Monday. I'll start that on Monday. Well, let me tell you guys, it's Monday. So what are you starting? What are we focusing on? I'm going to challenge you to focus on how you talk to yourself this week. So a friend of mine, Jamie Norvell, was live this morning, and she kind of inspired this. She had a quote for us and everything, and it was about a lot about how we talk to ourselves when we're creating, and honestly in general, but especially when we're creating. A lot of times we get in our heads and we tell ourselves we're not good enough. So today is Monday. Today is the day we're going to get started with the thought process of, you know what, we're here to play. We're here to have fun, right, guys? Okay, so here's what we're doing today. It's a new month, guys. It is a new month. So we're going to start something fun, something new, and I hope you guys are going to like this. One thing that we are doing new is I am starting up our YouTube channel. So I am building a library out there with our videos and whatnot. So by all means, head over to YouTube. I will include the link in the comments when I'm done. Head over to YouTube and subscribe to my page, because we are going to be building our audience over there as well. And I would love to have you watch over there. I know sometimes Facebook can be kind of difficult to sit there and go through the feed trying to find live videos and the one that you're looking for and all of that. So maybe YouTube makes that a little bit easier for you. So we are working on building that library, moving over videos. When we do it live on Facebook, we're going to be transferring it over to YouTube. So that is one thing to let you guys know. The other thing is I want to start something fun, something new, something simple, and that is daily doodles. Okay, so a lot of the time I am trying to remind you that it only takes a short period of time to be creative and help with those stress levels and that chaos in life. And I want to remind you that you have to take care of yourself. Okay, this is what I tell you guys all the time, is if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not filling your cup, you can't pour into others. Okay, so you have to remember to give yourself that time. Viking keeps trying to inch over into my workspace here, and I'm going to turn the camera down here in just a minute and show you guys what we're going to be doing. So I'm trying to keep her settled, otherwise she's going to have to get down. So these daily doodles, I've been toying with this idea for a while, and I really want to get started on it. It's just going to be fun stuff. Nothing real complicated or anything like that. Just simple things that give us those quick moments of creativity. Some of you may be doing it in an art journal. Some of you may be embracing what I'm going to introduce today. I may be going back and forth on it. It just depends on what we're doing. I do have a set of markers, pens, whatever you want to call them. It says markers, but these are just graphic illustration markers. They are a pigment ink, so they should be waterproof. I haven't tested that yet, but they should be. And now here comes Pumpkin. Everybody wants to be in my space today. And I have less space on the table because I am going to start doing all of the videos with this other camera instead of on my phone, so that it looks better on YouTube as well. And of course, that has to hook to my laptop, and now Viking is biting Pumpkin. It's just going to be one of those days, guys. So here's Pumpkin to say hi. Pumpkin just needed a pumpkin hug. Viking's like, get out of my space. Anyways, you can grab whatever you've got. It does not have to be a fancy set of markers like this. This one happens to be from Hobby Lobby if you're looking for something like that. I also have here some alcohol markers. I got this set at Ross for a little bit of nothing, comparatively speaking. And then I also have a set of friction pens. If you guys haven't used friction pens, these are awesome because you can actually erase them. So it's fun if you change your mind. But I also like using the different colors. I've got the new set of, these are the Z-Grip Zebra Flight pens that we tested, I think, not last week, but the week before. And a couple of just black permanent pens. Honestly, we're not doing watercolors, so it really doesn't matter if they're permanent. They can be water-based. And then I've also got my Sketch and Wash black pencil. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be using that today, but I might. I don't know. We'll see. And then here's the big fun. Okay, so let me figure out what we're doing with the cats here. What are we doing with the cats? Hi, Pumpkin. Pumpkin kisses are fun. Yes, pumpkin kisses are fun. Okay, let me make a little more room for him right here. Maybe I've got some watercolor pencils handy. Oh, and I also have my Sharpie creative markers, just because those are, I just really like working with those. And they show up on whatever color I'm going to be doodling on. Okay, you guys can't stay here because they're not going to be able to see you. So I'm sorry. Okay, Viking. Viking's picking a fight, so Viking's the one who's going to have to get down. Pumpkin, you got to lay back there. Okay, I think we might be good. Maybe. Okay, let me point you guys down onto the work surface here. There's Pumpkin again. Okay, so this is my work surface right here. We should be good. I've got all my pens and stuff that I was just telling you about right here. I do have a pencil in case I want to sketch. And I also grabbed one of these little, honestly, what is it even called? These little rings that you can open up. Let me show you really quick. So I've been talking about my Tidbits of Creativity booklet, but I haven't actually posted it yet. So let me show you guys what I did and what we're doing in what we're going to create in Tidbits of Creativity, because I'm still working on getting that up and running. But this is the pages that I've created so far, and see, I've got a couple of those little rings here. They just split open so I can add stuff to this. I've got a cover, and then all of these fun little pages that we created. I can journal on the back. And then I've got all kinds of different background pages back here. I'm not showing you every single one that I've added that I can add more fun stuff with. So this is a fun little book that we're going to be creating all kinds of different stuff like this in Tidbits of Creativity. So along those same thought processes, I've got another ring here that is one of those split. I've got it open right now. And as you can see here in my little bin, I've got a couple of them already out. But do you guys ever visit the paint section of like Walmart or Lowe's or wherever you may be shopping? Let's see if I can get Pumpkin to go that direction a little bit more. Okay, so the reason I'm asking that, and I had a blast today picking out colors, is these paint swatches. You know the cards that you can grab in the paint sections that give you an idea of what colors you may want to paint your house or whatever you're working on, whatever the case may be. I grabbed a bunch at, I've got all of these. This is the one I'm using today. But I got all of these square ones at Walmart. And the fun thing about these is the name of the color can actually be very inspirational. So today's is Aqua Fiesta, but I love that for kind of a sky background, and you'll see why I'm going with that. But carrot cake, bubble bath, smooth pebbles, guacamole, silver feather, ostrich feather, lotus flower. All of these can be very inspiring. A good place to start. It's also not a plain white background. Okay, so I've grabbed a whole bunch of different colors there, and then I had to go to Lowe's today to pick up some wood, so I went over to their paint section, and theirs are a different shape, but you can see, look at all those fun colors, guys. I don't even know, I think I doubled up on a few of them, maybe. But the other thing I did was I had Connor pick out some colors that maybe aren't my normal go-to everyday colors. As you can see, I mean, I've got the whole rainbow here. It's one of those that I want to challenge myself. So I'm grabbing all these different colors with different names on them, and then these are the triple color ones, and we're going to use one of these today as well, that have three coordinating colors, or it's almost like an ombre effect on each card. And again, the names are fun. Hunt Club, Kendall Green, Alexandrite. Oh, look, this one's Connor's Lakefront. It is spelled incorrectly, but you know, I mean, hello, why wouldn't I create on a card that has my son's name on it? So anyways, hit up your paint section for some inspiration for our daily doodles, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch a little hole in them, and I'm going to start putting them on my ring and start building that collection, and see how far we go with it. So let me set these cards to the side because I've already picked out the two for today. And we're going to work with Aqua Fiesta, which is this bluish sky color. Really pretty. I really like it. And then I really like this one that's like a different kind of coral. This one's Dishy Coral, Hopeful, and Bella Pink. This one is going to be a lot of fun for the flower aspect of what I'm thinking about doing today. And then I grabbed a couple of, these are flower and seed catalogs. I like to use these if I'm doing any type of collage because they have beautiful pictures in them that I can just cut out and use in my collage. But I haven't decided if we're doing that yet. My main thing is we're going to doodle. So let me set my catalogs to the side for a minute. And let's get Pumpkin out of the way again. He's like, I don't think so. Alright, we just need to get this way you guys can see a little better. So let me pull it back this way, because he's going to stay right there. He's a big cat. He's a big stubborn cat. And yeah, he just wants to have it his way every single time. Okay, we're going to start with the blue one. And I'm going to sketch this out with my pencil first a little bit. And what I want to create on this one is I want to do butterflies. So let me show you how simple it is to do a butterfly. And you know what? Give me just a second here. I'm still playing with the camera and trying to get the best angle for you guys to see better what's going on down here. And since I'm working with a smaller project, let me see if I can get you a little bit closer to where I'm working. So give me a second here. If you get motion sickness, Um, look away for just a second. Pumpkin is gonna have to go. Okay, I think that's gonna be pretty good. Pumpkin, you're not helping here at all. Nobody needs to see your booty. Okay, let me get this tightened back up. This is not just the pumpkin show, okay? Come on. You're taking up all the space, so you need to get down for right now. Okay, now I'm a little bit closer. You guys can see a little better what I'm doing. Go ahead and move this back up. Okay. So we're going to take this blue one, which, like I said, kind of gives me a sky look. I'm not taping it down because we're not going to be doing any watercolor, or I'm not planning on painting on these today. As I doodle, I'm going to be using more pens, markers, things like that. So you can grab anything that you have that you want to create with. Colored pencils, markers, pens, pencils, Stabilos, gel pens, you name it, anything like that that you have, okay? This is what I love about this project, is you do not have to have anything in particular. If you don't have paint swatches like this, guess what? You can take a piece of paper and cut it up into whatever size you want it to be. You can have an art journal, whatever size you want it to be, and you can create doing these same techniques in anything like that, okay? So we're going to do a cute little butterfly. So we're going to start with our butterfly head. You know what? I am going to do this just in my pen. Let me erase that. This is going to be similar to, do you guys remember the one-line drawing doodles that I did before? You guys remember this book? We did some one-line drawings of flowers. This is kind of, this is a little bit of what we're doing. So we're going to start with, yeah, this one's a little bit bigger. This is what I want to use. But it's a new pen, so let me make sure it's working. Whenever I am cutting down paper, I have these strips like this. There's a couple of different things I do. One, I keep them handy so that I can make sure my pens are working well. But then I could also use them if I'm doing a collage or something like that. Super quick and easy way to have paper to grab and work on. Okay, so we're going to do our butterfly. We're going to start with the butterfly head, which is just kind of a dark little circle, and then we're going to do a little bit of a body, kind of the same way. My pen is, I think it's just not real happy with this card. Sometimes when you're working on different surfaces, the surface itself can have some stuff on it that maybe makes it not want to roll smoothly. Okay, so there's my head and two sections for my body. And then I'm going to come out and I'm going to do part of the wing. This pen is just not happy on this card. Okay, I switched to my Sharpie S Gel. Let's see if, yeah, that is actually way better. And I want this to have a kind of a sketchy look, so I'm just going to go over it a couple of times right there. And then same thing, I'm going to come over on this side and just do that same two sections of the butterfly wing. I'm going to actually make this one a little bigger. Kind of create that same effect right there. Okay, so there's my first butterfly. Then I'm going to do another one right down here, and I'm going to angle it just a little bit different. So I'm going to do his head, one section, and then another section to the body. And as you can see, I'm literally just doodling, guys. I'm just kind of scribbling this in. I'm not doing anything super fancy. So if you're telling me already, oh, I can't draw, so I don't doodle, I need you to try. because so often we tell ourselves that we can't do this, and so we don't try, and we don't give ourselves the opportunity to figure out, hey, you know what, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. It's not that difficult. Have fun with it. That is what this is all about, is just having fun. I'm going to come up here and add a couple little antennae to both butterflies, just like so. Okay, so there's my basic doodle. Nothing super fancy, right? I'm going to go over here and let's get out okay, so these are the Sharpie Creative Markers. Remember, these are, best way I can explain these is it is a mix between a paint pen and a Sharpie. So they're a lot of fun, and they have a lot of versatility. There's two different kinds. One is a brush tip. That's the ones that are a little bit smaller, and then the other ones are bullet tip. They're a little bit bigger. So I don't really want the bigger ones today. Today I'm working more with the, there we go. Okay, I think that's the whole set. Today I'm working more with the brush tip. So now I want to decide, like this color right here, it may not show up a whole lot on my card, so I'm not going to plan on using it. I may add some little white details. That's a possibility. This one's a little bit darker than my card, so it might be fun to add some details. And then I can add some color to my butterflies. So we've got some orange, maybe some pink, purple, yellow. We've got two different butterflies here, so we can do two different kinds. I am going to come in and add more of the kind of sketchy look to this one. Just bring that on in there. There we go. And now, that's the white. I want to do, nope, not today, Viking. Come on, give me space today. They're like, hello, I'm here. Okay, so let's do pink and purple together and yellow and orange together. What do you guys think? What do you think? Or should we mix and match? That might be pretty. Let's do that. Okay, so purple and orange. I'm going to come in and I'm just going to add some purple in here. Now, here's the other thing. If you're just doodling, you know what? You don't even really have to add this color. You don't. You can just leave it as just your sketch. That's okay too. So you don't have to have colors. You can just do it with pen or pencil. The whole point here is to doodle and have fun with it. Explore those areas that you tell yourself, oh, I can't do that. Let me tell you, you probably can. You just haven't tried a whole lot. You haven't given yourself enough freedom to play with it. And freedom is where that journey starts, okay? Give yourself that pep talk that you would give anybody else who wants to start a new hobby. What would you say? What would you tell them? Oh, don't do that because you're probably not going to be very good at it. Is that what you say to somebody? Then why do you say it to yourself? Why do you tell yourself, oh, you're probably not very good at that, so we probably don't even need to try? Yeah. Why do we say that to ourselves? That's what I want to know. Tell me in the comments what you would say to somebody else who wants to pick up a new hobby like this, who wants just to have fun and play with doodling. What would you tell them? you would tell them, oh yeah, just, use what you've got, have fun with it. Give yourself the freedom, give yourself some grace, right? And why don't we tell ourselves that? That's what I want to know. Why are we so judgmental of ourselves? Because the world has told us too many times that we're not good enough. That we can't do what we want to do. Pumpkin decided he needed to come back up again. Let's see if we can make this work. Pumpkin, I really don't think it's going to work, but we can try. Move this stuff out of your way. All right, get laid down. Right there. There you go. Right there. Welcome to my world, guys. It's all about Pumpkin. Where did my pink pen go? There it is. So this is what I want you guys to think about as you take this journey with me and we start these daily doodles. I want you to think about what it is you need to be saying to yourself, okay? Do you need to tell yourself you're not good enough? Nope. Do you need to tell yourself that you can't do it? Nope. Okay, I'm going to go, now this purple is dry, I'm going to go back over it and just add some fun orange little details into the wings. Oops. Stuck my finger in the pink. Don't get that on my card. So I really want you guys to think about this as we move forward in this journey, because I want you to have fun. Remember the freedom you had as a kid of just getting in there and you grabbed that box of crayons and you just went for it, right? You just had fun. That's what I want you to embrace with this, is that fun that you used to have. I'm introducing a little bit of this dark turquoise into this one as well, just to add some different interest. I hope that this is going to inspire you guys to really embrace your art journey. As you can see, things don't have to be, I mean, hello, have you ever seen two butterflies that look like this? No. Do they make me happy? Yes, they do. They very much do. Very much do. Isn't that good English? Okay, now what I want to add is just some fun, like a border, some fun details that just kind of finish out the card. So I'm going to come in, this is with green, and just start creating a little bit of a border with some lines and dots. I'm just turning the card around, continuing all the way around the border. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be evenly spaced. I mean, it's not like you need to get out your ruler and measure everything out. You're just having fun, guys. Just having fun. Okay, so there's first part. You know what? I'm going to take my, this is one of the friction pens. It's a really bright green. So I'm going to take it and come in right inside that same design. It's just going to be a little more narrow because it's a pen instead of the marker. So I'm just continuing that all the way around again. Nice big pumpkin foot in the way. He's sitting here just as happy as can be, purring away. It's pumpkin time. And then I'm going to introduce some of this blue and green as well, or blue and pink, especially the pink. Okay, so now everywhere I have these dots, I'm going to come in and make another dot in the center of those, all the way around. And once I know that my first layer of green is dry, I'm going to go ahead and do a pink line right along each one of those thick marker lines that I put down first. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the orange, because we've got pink and orange in here. I'm kind of tying both of those in. And we're going to bring orange into this as well. And this is just kind of creating a border around our card. And then I'm going to bring in a single orange dot for each of those two. Okay, I got one that's kind of ski-wampus over here, so guess what? Once it dries, it's not drying real quick, so let me touch it, get the wet ink off of there. I can erase it, guys. Just like that. I love it. Friction pens are great. Okay, so I've created this little card now with the two butterflies and a fun little border, and it still has some areas where I could even put a little message in there. So that's what we're doing. We're doodling, okay? So let me grab my other card here. So on this one that's the triple color, I want to do some flowers. I'm going to go back to my Sharpie S-Gel, because that's the one that's writing on these cards. My other one, my zebra pen, did not want to write on here. Actually, was that a zebra? Yeah, the Zebra Z Grip. It didn't want to write on the color swatch cards. So the S-Gel did just fine. So this time I want to do a couple of flowers. Let me make sure you guys can see it good. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to do one kind of right here in the middle, and trying to decide which way I want my flowers to go, if I want them to go up or down as far as the way the petals are. I think we're going to do one right here where it's kind of like this, and then we're going to come out like so. Let's add that sketchy look, go around those a couple of times. Now this is why I picked this card, because I thought it was really pretty for the coloration of these flowers, right? Okay, and we're going to do another one right up in here. This one is going to be a little bit smaller. Just sketch in those petals. Go back over them a couple of times for that sketchy fun look. And then maybe another small one kind of right in here. So that's just a little gumdrop to do the center. And then I'm just creating these big oblong, basically U shapes to create those petals. And then I go back over them a couple of times just to give them that sketchy fun look. And maybe we need one more big one right in here, kind of facing more this direction. So I'm going to do gumdrop. Turn my card just a little bit so it's a little bit easier to do the petals. Your petals kind of start out coming back to the same point, but you want to cover that whole gumdrop so then you start moving over a little bit. Sketchy. Okay. There we go. And then I kind of want one more little bitty guy right up here. That's almost more like a bud. Okay. All right, now we want to connect our flowers to a base, so we're going to add stems. And we're just kind of coming out of the center of the flower. They don't have to come back to that exact same spot, just close to it. And I'm going to run this one behind. And same thing, this one's going to run behind and kind of right down to here. And this little guy, just like that. I'm going to add some leaves. And this is just kind of like 2 parentheses. And then on the veins, add another one down here that's a little bigger. Maybe another one on this one right here. So I'm just kind of filling in some of that empty space. Bigger one right down in here. There we go. Now, the other thing I want to do is a couple of things. First of all, I need to make this one a little more sketchy. And I want to add some more detail to these guys. So I'm going to start up here at the top, and I'm just going to stipple in those gumdrops. What I mean by stipple is just a whole bunch of little dots, okay? So stipple in all of the gumdrops. We'll walk through this one step at a time. What this is going to do is give me that texture while also filling in the color on the gumdrops to make it look like the center of the flower. So for this one, I am not going to add any additional color. I am only going to work in my black pen. That's why I went with the coloration that I did, because I like that for the flowers. Pumpkin needs a hug, so he's going to come sit in front of me. So I'm actually going to move this up just a little bit. You guys can still see it good. Stippling in, which is just, stippling is just a whole bunch of little dots. And it just gives it that kind of textured look, like the center of the flower would have with the pollen on it. Okay, so that's one thing. Now I want to go back and I want to add some little bitty lines to the kind of the base of my petals to give my petals a little bit of depth, a little bit of shadow. This is where they would kind of be wrinkling together, curving together maybe. So this is just little bitty detail lines into those petals. Make that one a little bit darker, sketchier. And I'm trying to bring those up into that, all the way up to that center, so that it really looks like it has a good connection with my center, okay? I'm not coming out very far into the petals. This adds a little bit of shading to that center, where your center might be a little bit tighter, and then the petals open up more. So we're going to do this on all of our petals first, making sure we have it connected with our center. This is almost like creating little hash marks for this shading. And that's something that we're going to cover in Tidbits of Creativity, is getting a little bit more in depth into some of those techniques like we're using today that can give you some detail in your drawing without having to rely on color. This is all just a black sketched outline with a few little details. And you know what, this one, I'm not going to put this one on my ring. I'm going to show you what you can do with this one. It's going to be really fun. I just had some inspiration, so we're going to do something a little bit different. So I'm just coming back in over these stems and making my leaves a little more sketchy, like I did with the flowers. Just kind of thicken my stems just a little bit instead of just a solid or just a single line. Just maintaining that sketchy look through the whole thing. That sketchiness also helps you stop your thoughts of it has to be perfect. Remember, perfection is a limitation. We're not limiting ourselves, guys. We're talking very nicely to ourselves. We are treating ourselves like we would everyone else that we encourage. We don't need to be judging ourselves and telling ourselves we can't do something. Okay, so there's my flower sketch. Okay, super fun. Now, watch what we're gonna do. I have from the Dollar Tree, I picked up these pumpkin. Really? I'm telling you guys, it's the pumpkin show. Okay, if that's what you're gonna do, you gotta get down. Nope. Come on. Come on. Give me some space. Thank you. Okay, I picked up these spools of jute. This one is natural colored jute with white. This one is natural with blue. And this one is natural with turquoise. Ooh, that is super pretty. So this is what we're going to do with this guy. I'm going to grab my hole punch. This is just a standard round hole punch. Pumpkin. Go find Connor. And I'm going to take this and just punch a hole right up here at the top, kind of eyeballing it to center it. Again, not measuring anything, guys. I'm not that worried about it. Go ahead and open. I really like this turquoise color. Honestly, the blue would be really pretty with it too. I like the softness of the turquoise. So we're going to take this turquoise one. Oops, just tied that in a knot. Let me untie that. I forgot to remind you guys at the beginning, make sure you have something good to drink. Grab your, turn on your favorite music, all that fun stuff that I can't do when I'm live on Facebook. And I'm just gonna keep doubling this up a little bit. I think I can still get that through that hole. Yeah, that should work. Grab my scissors, snip that end, cut those two. Okay, so this is where my 3 strands are looped over, is right here at my finger. So I'm going to take that part and I'm going to feed it through the hole that I punched. There's Pumpkin again. Pumpkin, you're really being a hassle today. You are just totally taking over the video. Nobody can see what we're doing. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. There we go. Now they can see again. Okay, so I've just taken that looped part and I'm going to feed this part back through and then carefully, oh, dag nabbit, my flour wasn't dry. It's okay, we can figure this out. I just smeared my top flour a little bit. So be careful with, see what I'm talking about? Stop. Pumpkin's trying to bite it. See, I smeared that top flour a little bit. So just be careful, depending on what pen you're using, it may take a little bit to dry. I can tell you right now, there's a lot that is still wet on this. So be aware of that based on what pen you're using, okay? So I've just created the tassel for the top of a bookmark, guys. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is, I actually don't want it this long. I could have doubled that up a little bit shorter. I'm going to save these for something else. I'm going to trim that down, put those in my scrap. And jute usually has 2 to 3 strands. So what you can do is you start untwisting it and you can separate those, and then it's going to just fluff that out even more. And now I have a really cute little bookmark that I could give to somebody, kind of like our encouragement cards. I can put a note on the back of this and give it as just a little gift to say, hey, I'm thinking of you, anything like that. And all it is a paint chip card and some pen, Doodles, and a little bit of jute from Dollar Tree. But you may be giving that to somebody that just needed that voice of encouragement, that voice of, hey, somebody's thinking about you, somebody cares. We don't always know the path that everybody's walking. Some of them are a lot harder than others. And when we follow those promptings that we get to give somebody those little encouragement cards or little messages, or maybe it's reaching out just to say hi even though you haven't talked to somebody in a long time. I had a friend do that just the other day. It was very sweet. We had a good time getting caught up with each other, and it makes a big difference. So now see, I've got this cute little bookmark. Make sure I'm not touching my flowers again, with the little tassel. And then let me grab the other one that's over here underneath Pumpkin. And then there's my little butterflies. So again, I can still add a fun little message on here. You know what? I may actually, if I can find my pen again. Pumpkin's laying on it, I guess. Yes, he is. Being very careful not to put my hand in the flowers, I'm going to add just a fun little bee. up in here. Kind of fill in that last little spot. See my little bee? My little wings need a little bit more definition. There we go, that's a little better. And then on this one, we could, yeah, I don't know what I want to do in this one yet. I'm going to save this one until I'm ready to actually use it. For right now, though, this is going to be our first card for our Daily Doodles. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and punch the corner right there, and that's how my ring is going to start. So now, you can get rings like this, by the way, at Dollar Tree as well. But now I've got card number 1 of Daily Doodles ready for you guys, okay? And there's our bookmark. So I want to encourage you guys, make sure you're getting out those supplies and having fun with them. And create just little things, little fun moments that are gonna help you talk to yourself a little better. Maybe even brighten somebody else's day, okay? All right, Daily Doodles, keep a watch for them, and check out my YouTube channel. I will post the link. As I mentioned, we are still adding videos. Let me bring this camera back up so if you get sick, hold on a second. Let's see if I can get it to move. There we go. Yay! I will post that link for the YouTube channel, and you guys can go out there and subscribe. We're going to start building our audience over there, and you will be able to find our videos possibly a little bit easier than you can on Facebook if you want to go back and watch some of them. And we're going to have some content that's going to be YouTube only as well. We're working on building it, so come along for that journey, and don't forget to spread the splatter on Facebook. Let all your friends and family know where to find us, and I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have a fabulous day, and stay tuned for so much fun that we have coming up this week, or this month actually, both. We're going to have every Wednesday in June is going to be Patriotic Palooza. We're going to have all kinds of different patriotic type crafts and different creations, so tune in for those on Wednesdays. Of course, we'll have our normal lives on Fridays, and watch for more Daily Doodles coming in. All right, y'all have a great weekend, or great week. It's Monday. I'm used to doing this on Friday. I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and spread the splatter, guys. Thanks.